making sure it picked up the sound. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in and join us. We are happy that you're here. We're hoping that you're going to share the video with a friend, a family member, a cousin, your boo thing, your side chick, whatever it may be. We appreciate the love. Welcome to For the Culture. I am Henny on the Rocks.
I am Queen Guts.
And you are...
CSO Tiffany.
Hey, we on deck today. Ooh, we got a special edition. We're calling this The Brothers. We want to hear, we want to talk about it. Fellas, y'all all right?
We all great.
All right, let me introduce. We have Mr. Marcus, and we have Lotto. He said he's shy and bashful. After that, I know he lying. So, Lotto, where does that come from? Did you win Lotto?
I did not.
Oh, you want to win Lotto?
Yes.
Okay.
But when I was in the Navy,
oh,
they
Navy vet.
had a nickname.
Yeah.
I worked in finance and accounting.
Ah, so you're a money man.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay. We could appreciate that. Well, welcome to both of you. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to join us. Because we... It's okay. We good, fam, Marcus. We good. Listen, we got a lot to unpack today. As women, some women, I can thankfully say I'm not one of those. Some women, they do what they think is best, what is going to attract the opposite sex. And today we want to talk about hair, and we want to talk about how men feel about some of that, in addition to a lot of other questions when it comes to the brothers. We're going to utilize these brothers to ask questions, so the conversation may veer off. So, I'm just going to jump in. Marcus and Lotto, women, a topic that I'm sure you can talk about. We want to know how you guys feel about, we think you guys really care about hair, about our hairstyles, about what we go through from wearing the protective styles, wigs, to wearing the weaves, the braids, and all that. What are y'all's thoughts? What is a man's thought on women wearing those styles?
I started off the natural hair. I have no problems with it.
Okay.
Keep it neat.
Okay.
That's one of my pet peeves. Keep it neat. Wigs, I'm old school. I thought my grandma, great-grandma, that's what they wore. Today, generation, what is it, Zen now?
I guess. It might have changed since
They
yesterday.
just throw it on. They just throw it on. They don't care about their hair. I would hate to see what's underneath it.
Ooh.
Being real.
Yeah, that's what we're here.
Being real.
That's why we're here. Yes. So in other words, you're saying you are a fan or you are not a fan of throwing on a wig, whether it's black, brown, yellow, green, blue?
If it's tasteful.
Okay.
To you or just period? Because when you say you want the hair to be neat,
Right.
what do you consider to be neat?
Natural, that's neat. To keep it fresh. I like that. Some women, you can tell when they have on a wig.
Of course.
It should be, complimentary to you. Okay?
Turns it off twice.
If I can tell it's a wig, I don't think it should be worn. That's just me.
Okay.
Keep it real.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. But there are some women that wear the good wigs where you really can't tell. They spent
Right.
some money on that. But the baby hairs are a dead giveaway for me.
Yes.
But we won't even go there. Yes.
To cover up that little crease.
Yeah. Marcus, what do you think? How do you feel?
So I'm a big fan of natural hair.
Okay.
I love natural hair. I'm not a big fan of weave.
Okay.
I like braids, but I'm more of a natural type of a guy. I like natural hair.
Okay. Are you attracted to a woman that wears wigs, weaves? Would you date a woman that... Thread lightly, because if you got to go home and sleep with somebody tonight, you may be on the couch.
I mean, of course, I would date someone that wear them, but I would tell them what I like and what I didn't like about it. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't. That wouldn't be a reason I wouldn't date a woman.
Okay.
But I'm not a big fan of it. Though.
Okay. Lotto, was that a deal breaker for you? Let's say you started out dating a woman, everything was cool. y'all start vibing, you start liking her. And the next time you see her, she got it down to her butt.
Well, I'm old school. Like I keep on saying. This part right here, that's secondary. I gotta get inside, into the heart. Okay? Once I get into the heart, that's what I see first. Everything else is just icing on the cake.
Look at you, little
How do you
teddy
see
bear.
that
How do you
first?
get to
You
the
see a
heart,
person's
though?
appearance
But
first.
no.
Oh,
She just started off by saying that she started off like this, and then she went to the wig.
Okay,
That's
but,
what she
but
said.
the
That's what she
wig-
said.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
She said that.
Okay.
She
Now
said
guess
that.
what?
So let's reverse it.
If I see, all right, let's get going.
Let's
That's where you're
reverse
trying
it
to get
then.
me to go.
Yeah.
If I see a young lady and she got a grimy,
Say it.
a grimy hairdo,
What does that mean?
What's grimy?
Yeah, because I really don't know. I've never heard that term.
a wig that they got from the Dollar General.
Oh, yeah, I can't stand them
Okay.
1999 wigs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what? I can't see past that.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Okay.
Okay.
What you gonna do for me? You can't do for yourself.
Oh. Message. That was true. That is real talk
That
right there.
is true.
Yes. If you are
That
not,
that's very true, actually.
Mhm.
That yeah.
How do you
Yeah,
care for
the
yourself?
quality of your wig. So,
Yeah.
tells a lot about you
Yeah.
and not just a lot about you, but what you invest in. You're going to invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to wear a wig, try to wear a nicer one and not the 1999 one. I've not, and don't say there are some good ones because there's not. I've not seen one good 1999 wig, so quit telling that damn lie. Yeah.
But another thing to that, I might have missed out on my blessings with that 1999 wig because I can't get to the inner side. I'm sorry. Can't get
That's,
there.
that
And
is
guess-
true.
And guess what? I just have to miss out.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was
Right.
my next question.
Right.
So let me.
Gotta be some. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening to you.
It gotta be some type of physical attraction before I can get to there.
Wow. Okay. You were going to say, Marcus?
I agree. It has to be a physical attraction. I'm just not. I mean, that won't stop me from if I like what I like. She might not like everything about me.
True.
So she's gonna let me
Message. I'm so glad you
You know
said
what I
that.
mean?
Because
So-
sometimes men forget. They put all these expectations on us women,
Uh-huh.
but they forget
Expectations
It goes both
usually
ways.
lead to
it goes
disappointment.
both ways.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
expectations usually lead to disappointment and or anger.
You better preach.
Oh
Both
wow. Okay.
Or both of them. I'm serious. So there's all, I don't know if the word expectations was what I would look for, but I think everybody have standards.
Right.
Okay, he put me right in my place.
He did.
That was really
He
good.
did.
Right. Do you believe in bending your standards?
I would consider the source. If it's worth me bending, then I would.
What does that mean?
In layman's term, if I feel like that person is worth it, then I would
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I agree.
Sum
I
it up.
agree.
So it's called compromise.
If I feel like it's worth me compromising for, then I would, you know.
I mean, I get that. I agree
Bend
with
but
that.
don't break.
That part. That part.
Bend but don't break.
So what's the line between bending and breaking? Like what in a person, if you were to judge a woman, like what's that breaking point versus bending?
Ooh, good question.
Breaking point versus bending. No communication. Let's go to a topic. No communication. If I'm telling you I love everything about you, but you know, certain things I don't like the way you do. I don't like the way you twitch when you walk. You know, can you try to not twitch as much? I'm just throwing something.
Okay, because I'm like, you ain't really that
Right.
serious. You ain't
Sure.
got to on my face.
No,
I get what you're saying. You're throwing examples.
Yes.
I got you.
You know,
Use another.
okay. That purple lipstick on your lips is not appealing to me. Okay?
Me?
I didn't say you.
You did say me.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
I'm
I
just
got
saying
you.
in general, it doesn't do nothing for me. You know, I don't like that. You know, when we together, if you out with your girls, do your thing, do you. But we out together, try not to wear no purple lipstick.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think you have the right to tell her what lipstick to wear when she's with you?
I don't.
Okay.
Because everyone has their own individual.
Right. So was that an example, or is that really who Lotto is?
Lotto is very demanding, selfish, self-centered.
Oh.
But
Wow.
But if you with me, you with me. I'm gonna treat you right. You ain't got one for nothing. Guess what? That comes with a little package. You know, there's certain things that I demand and I require in a relationship. I'm gonna give you 110, 120%. But if it's not reciprocated,
No one is
it's
capable
impossible
of giving.
to give a
Right.
hundred.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
I'm giving it
You
my
can't
all.
say-
I put my all
Okay.
into it.
Okay.
And if it's not reciprocated,
Now, is your all considered your all based on what you're saying, or based on what the woman is saying?
I think it's always from the person that's speaking.
Right. From your own
Because my
perspective.
perception is my reality.
That
Right.
part.
Right.
Okay, but when you talk about it, then you need to come to a happy medium, if it's possible.
What you think, Marcus? Because you act like you got something to say.
Well, I mean, I
like
don't believe
purple?
in telling a woman what to wear. I don't believe in that. I believe she knows what's tasteful and what's distasteful. Now, when it comes to my personal thing, like you were saying, if it's purple lipstick, that ain't going to define whether something that is not going to define whether or not I'm going to date her or not. Me personally, you know, I mean, we all have standards, and we all know what we're looking for in the physical, and we know what turns us on.
Right.
But that's what we do to communicate with each other, let each other know that. Now, if I communicate that to her and she chooses not to do that, then it depends. Something that minute won't stop me from dating her, you know. Now, if it's something that's major, then it would a wig, purple lipstick, you know, those things that are going to stop me from dating somebody who I really want, who I'm interested in. Now, if it's somebody who I'm not interested in, she can go where the hell she wants to go.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Hey, we already know what we're doing anyway. You know what I mean?
Do we?
I mean, that's a real good point.
Okay.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Do you fellas feel as though when a woman wears the wigs, a little maybe an extra layer of makeup, do you think that's a reflection of something, or is that just considered style?
I believe two things can be true at once. I believe two things can be true at once.
Oh wow.
Say what now?
Now that's
deep.
Wait,
That's
That's
good
deep.
and it's deep.
Yeah.
I believe it can be a combination of both of the things you just said.
Okay. Okay.
I agree with that.
Interesting.
I agree with that.
Mr. Lotto?
I can't touch that one. He hit
Yeah.
right there.
He knocked it out the park on that
Nothing
one.
I can say about that. Now I'm got his back on that one.
You gave yourself a couple of labels earlier
Okay.
that had even me saying, whoa.
Okay.
You were being serious?
As far as you gotta tell me the labels first.
Well, what you called yourself? Selfish,
Selfish.
self-centered. all that.
No. I'm
Be
not.
real.
We all
We
like
family.
that. We all like that. It ain't
Right,
just-
exactly.
Everybody like
No,
that.
no, no.
Everybody's.
Let me tell you.
Everybody's selfish. Everybody's selfish to a point, to a fault. Everybody is selfish.
Yep.
Everybody has an ego.
Because we're taught to consider self first.
Right. So so
You have
can't-
to.
You have to.
In order to love someone, you have to
You know how
love
to love
yourself.
yourself. You have to
In
be selfish.
order to cater to someone, you should be catering to yourself first.
Right.
Because why should somebody else deserve more
Right,
than what you get from
right.
yourself?
Exactly.
So I get what he's saying.
Exactly.
You know, I get that. I get that.
But I mean, that's not to the point saying that, you know, it's to a fault.
Right.
But I'm
Can't be a
saying we all
butthole
have a
with it.
little bit of what he just said. You know what I mean? We all have that.
But he owned it all.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He really did. Look, he ain't even trying to clean it up. He's like, yup.
Confidently. Like I said what I said.
Y'all talking for me.
Don't even
That's
try.
That's fine. Y'all summed it up very rational. And I appreciate
So Mr. Barbecue, let me ask this question. Well, he owns a barbecue truck.
Can you ribs?
See, I already asked for a bone.
You got the bones when I can finish.
Oh, I don't know with me right now. Oh, I don't know with me now.
I was trying to give you a shameless plug, but he didn't take the bait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But anyway, when it comes to relationships,
Yes.
when it comes to dating, where do women go wrong? He just laughed.
I gotta
He
go back.
absolutely did.
I gotta go back
Man.
a few decades ago. One of my pet peeves. When I walk into a bar or club, I walk up to the bar and my young lady sitting next, sitting there.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? First sound of mouth, you gonna buy me a drink? I turn around, you gonna buy me a drink? Okay, now that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Okay.
Let a brother offer you
True.
a drink.
Yeah.
He's not always coming there just to get with you. He might just want a conversation.
So you said that was one of your pet peeves.
Yeah, I don't go to clubs. I don't do that no more.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I'm an old man. I ain't got time for that no more.
You've outgrown it. And you're supposed to. Message! All y'all fellas in the club with them throwback jerseys on, go home.
Hat turned back.
Oh my gosh. Go home. Yeah, that's, I agree. That's why I haven't been in a club in years. What about you?
Exactly.
I forgot the question.
The one you laughed at? Where do
Women
women
go
go wrong in relationships? Dating, relationships?
Damn.
You had a good one because you
It's a
laughed.
lot of things.
Yeah,
in
so
there.
it's not just one thing. So I think the
Okay,
thing
let's
is,
start.
I think, ooh, shit.
Wow. That much, huh?
No, I'm just trying to think of the one that'll probably sum all of it up, and it's
Okay.
really hard to do that. But I think, well, for me, now dating, I think women feel like everything is equal. And a lot of times women have expectations from guys that they can't even meet themselves.
Ooh.
So that's a
Yeah.
big issue that I have. You
Okay.
know what I mean? You got all these issues, all these expectations, but can you do that? What's your damn credit score? What's your score? How many kids your ass got? You know, shit.
That's
So for
true.
somebody that can say that and it can meet those values, then shit, if I can meet them, you requesting it from me,
Yeah.
your ass better be able to meet it.
Yeah.
There you go.
What you're asking me to buy you, can you buy for yourself?
That's right.
And if you
True.
can't buy for yourself, then that is a problem in its own.
True. True.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, that's fair though.
That is
You keep
fair.
it fair. It's fair.
Absolutely.
That's very fair.
Nobody have an advantage then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it a turn off when women ask y'all to buy stuff? Oh, not a drink, something other than a drink.
It depends on how deep you're into the relationship
Or friendship,
or friendship. Right?
situationship.
It depends on how deep you're into that. Okay. And then, even if you are deep into that relationship, friendship, what you want to call it, how consistent is it? Is it every month, every 2 months, 3 months? Always having the problem. And I need my gas, gas in the car, lights.
That's not even
You
sexy.
know. It's not.
I mean, at this point, though, shouldn't a woman that in this, I mean, there. Okay, the big elephant in the room, I think that could be here is that we're all in a certain age bracket.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be even in this age bracket
Right.
asking nobody for no gas money.
Right.
They out there.
I know they're out
Right.
there, but then sometimes, I would think if I was to answer for guys, a lot is pretty much what Marcus is saying. I think that it's the expectations of somebody. Like if you need gas money,
Then you can't afford
why
me.
he gotta
Yeah.
That's the way I
have
feel about
why
it.
he gotta have retirement plan?
Right.
Right,
Yeah, to
exactly.
keep your
You know
damn
what I
pocket
mean?
out of it.
If someone is
That dog ain't gonna
consistently having issues with something like gas money,
Right.
they should not be trying to pursue a relationship with nobody but Jesus.
Right.
That's right.
Until they get it together.
And because you don't, if it's every now and then I get it because things happen,
Right.
life happens. But if it's on a consistent basis, don't talk about trying to find a boo, trying to hook up, trying to work on
Get all
yourself.
that together.
Get all that together.
But it depends on what your expectations of that person is. You know, so honestly, if your expectations are here, then it's okay if you just like want somebody here. But don't be
Right.
here and
Trying
expect
to get
somebody here.
Right.
You know, some people
Right.
are good with
That's
working.
that selfish part that I'm telling you that everybody.
Yeah,
has. That's that selfish
exactly.
part.
Like what I deserve. What
Right.
I deserve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Entitled.
deserve as much as you know, as
Entitled.
much as you are. Right.
Yeah.
Entitled. Exactly.
Speaking of entitled, I'm going to take it back because we are called for the culture, so we want to culturally speak now.
Okay.
Entitled. Growing up with relationships, I don't know about you ladies, but my country upbringing, it was never taught for a woman, where I'm from, for a woman to be pushed, so to speak, on a man. Like relationships, all that, but vice versa, a man or a young boy always had to have a girlfriend. Culturally, you're looking at me like, what?
What you mean be pushed on?
Like a man growing up as a 14, 15, 16, 18-year-old,
Female.
as a man, you're supposed to have a girlfriend. No, it was just us in Louisiana.
Well, I never was. I mean that. So I mean, I was never brought up to say at 14 I needed to have a girlfriend. That was
Okay.
just something that naturally happened.
When you're hanging out with your friends, with your dad, with your uncles, your big brothers, boy, you got a girlfriend?
Right, that's what I was about to say. Now,
Oh,
you
okay.
never had that.
Okay,
How many
okay, I got
girlfriends you
that.
got?
Yeah, but
okay,
a
I got
woman,
that,
a girl,
I got that,
it
I got
was
that,
never
I got
that.
that,
It was
Right.
the exact opposite.
It was the
Right.
I got
exact.
that. I
You-
got that. I got
Yeah.
that. You're right.
Say that again.
Go sit down because you're
Fast.
fast.
You're fast.
tail little
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Fast tail little girl.
Right.
Right.
I think to some aspect, that is where some of the women's behavior towards men and the expectations of a man start is from the upbringing of sit your fast tail down. The boy's supposed to have how many girlfriends you got, how many, not just one. And I think for some people that kind of spiral to adolescent, adulthood, and they think it's the right thing to do to have more than one girlfriend.
But see,
It's an
boys,
ego
I
thing.
think
It's an
boys
ego
are taught
thing.
how to
It's
have
an ego
girlfriends.
thing.
Girls taught how to have a husband. it's just like, you know, you grow up, get you a husband, and you know, if you're doing certain things, ain't no man gonna want no woman around no house
Ain't
like
that
that.
the
And
truth?
it's just like, but
Oh my
then
God, you hit it.
he's trained to have a girlfriend,
Exactly.
as many as he can get.
Yes.
But one of these girls, well, all of these girls, as many as he can get, I mean, it's not like nobody say go out there and get a whole bunch of girlfriends. It's just that the conversation between a man and a boy is, boy, how many girlfriends you got?
It's called
What-
testosterone.
Whatever it is.
That's what it's called.
Whatever
It's
it
called
is,
egos.
but
Man,
you
most
are never
men
going to
like
see
that.
them out
And
there
women
saying to a
are
girl,
emotional.
girl, how many boyfriends you got?
Yeah, you
You
don't
just
never
like, I
hear
mean,
that.
that's nasty.
But they talk about it
But
amongst themselves.
They might, but that's how the conversation go with girls. It's just like, you know, so you're gonna have to grow up and, you know what I'm saying, don't be nasty. Learn how to clean up and clean all that so you get your husband.
Yes. Go to college and come back
It's
with
two
an
different
MRS
talks.
degree.
It's two different talks.
I
So
I
a
agree
you
with
know,
that.
so a little girl grow up and she's growing up thinking all she's thinking is, I gotta get me a husband.
I gotta cater to them.
But you know,
Yeah.
so I found this to be very true for me.
Okay.
So I've dated women that grew up in the house with just their mothers, and I've dated women that grew up in the house with their mother and father. And man, it's a hell of a
It's
difference.
a huge
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
huge
It's
difference
a huge
yeah.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
because you know, for the one over here, most of it is trial and error. Just you know, don't know because that's how they were brought up. Now, the mother and the father, I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect relationship, what she sees, but what she does see is a man and a woman and at least showing love versus the one that's brought up by the female. That she only know how to be tough because her mother
Right.
was tough, having to
Right.
raise her and whoever the other siblings
Right,
are.
right.
So and I know me growing up from being with a single woman. I mean, you know, my mom was a single mother. It took me a long time to mature to learn how to treat a woman because, you know, if you don't know that, you know, everything is trial and error. You
So
know,
that
was
has to
yours?
come from a
yeah, mine was bad. I was trial and error.
that has
you
to
know,
come from a man though, how to treat a woman.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, because how can a woman teach a man how to
She
love?
might
another
can't
woman?
teach you
Well, then
how
that's the
to
answer
treat,
then.
but she can show you like what to expect as a woman.
From her perspective, but she can't tell me that from a man perspective.
But all women are all women are from Eve and all men from Adam.
I ain't going.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you gonna run.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What I'm saying is this: the expectations. Like my son,
You can
could
never
know
teach
how
your
to-
son how to love a woman.
I can't teach him how. No, I can't, and I'm not
And that's the
professing
issue.
to.
That's the issue.
I'm
what
not
happens
professing
with,
to, but I can teach him how to respect a woman.
Respect. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a difference between respect and love.
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
It has
Yeah.
always been a very,
Yeah.
very hot topic with what you just said.
Yeah.
A woman can't teach a male
That's
how to
real
be a man.
talk.
That's-
I agree
That's like
with
me
that.
trying to teach
I
my
agree with
daughter
that. I
how
agree with
to find something that I can only teach her from a man's
Right.
point of view.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can
Yeah.
look at the guy and talk to the guy and tell my
Yeah.
daughter if she's good for me because
Right.
I'm a man.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't tell her the female part about being a female.
Right.
Ain't no way I can
Exactly.
do that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I agree with that
Yeah.
100% because I can't teach my son how to be a man.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
There's a lot of.
Exactly.
I've been involved in a lot of colorful, spicy conversations about just that, and there are almost every single woman that I know, single mother that I know, feels like she can teach her son
Yeah, she
how to
fooling
be.
herself. She fooling herself.
I agree.
She
I
can only
totally
do the
agree.
best that she can do.
She can do
But
the best she
she
can.
can't.
No,
do from
there's
a
no
woman's
doubt. A
point of
woman
view.
doing the best that she
Right,
can,
right,
but
right.
I don't. What you saying? She can't.
She
She
can't.
just can't.
Because she don't know
can't.
what the inside of a
Of a
man
man
feels
is.
like.
Like I can't
Right.
teach my
There's
daughter
so many
Exactly.
how to be a
things
woman.
about
That's
I
very
don't know.
true.
I don't know the
That's
female
true.
anatomy.
That's
you
very
know?
true.
You know?
Quiet.
And sometimes you can tell.
I'm just vibing.
Oh yeah, you can.
But,
Yeah,
but
you
he's
can.
but he's right. You know, I couldn't teach none of my daughters, you know, anything about life. You know, physically, I know what y'all made of, but I can't. I'm not in that. Okay, so as far as a female raising a male and trying to teach him things, I can show my daughter, hey, this is how a man's supposed to treat you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And from a
That's what I was
female,
talking about.
yeah, now so
Yeah,
from a female, she can say, hey, this is what a man should be doing for
For a
you.
woman.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as raising them
Right.
into a man or
Right.
a woman, I mean, a young girl to a woman,
Right.
has to be the same sex, in my
Right.
opinion. Okay, y'all can lay the foundation, but as far as the nuts and bolts, they need to be the same sex.
Right. I agree with that.
I think the woman likes to feel as though women of color, hear me out, women of color, we have this thing that we gotta always be strong. We can do it all. You can be a single mom and you can teach your son how to be a man. There are some things that we just gotta tap out on and leave it alone. Big brothers, big sisters, mentors, all that. That might be a great avenue for you to explore. Because like they said, I just don't think, I don't think it's possible for a woman to teach a man either. I don't want to hog up, you know,
No, I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I think that some women are put in the position that they have no choice. You know, because even
That's
when
interesting.
they,
What do you mean by that? They
I
have no
mean,
choice.
but they have no choice. Like there is no father figure there, but she had.
She had a
to
choice
do.
when she laid down with that dude.
I understand that. She
Message!
had to, you know,
That was a
she
choice.
did. I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree.
So she did have
But
a
sometimes
choice.
Yes.
we make bad decisions and
Okay.
have to deal
Everybody
with
got to
the
be held
results.
accountable for accountability.
Right, and then
Yes,
but
indeed.
does that mean that child has to be held accountable for that for the rest of their life? Like, I mean, if you're put in a position, or if you made bad decisions, we've all made bad decisions.
Correct.
There's no way in the world that any of us have gotten to our age right
I
now
made bad
with no bad decisions.
That's right. If
And
you
there
know,
are
you line
repercussions.
yourself.
Right.
And then sometimes the repercussions are put on our kids. The repercussions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like, well, I was a young mother. I was a 16-year-old mom. So, and my son's dad and I grew up together. Our families were and still is very close. So it was a case of something like that. Now, I'm definitely not that. I'm not that. But that happened to me. And that was something that I had to, I ain't gonna say it happened to me because it make it seem like it was, but it was something that happened, and I have a son as a result. Now, I mean, had I been wiser, I would have made a better decision. But I wasn't. And obviously, I was capable of doing better because 18 years later, I have a daughter. And there was a father there throughout the process and still there. And there's a completely different result.
Yeah.
Completely different result.
Wow.
So, I mean, I could not, once he was here, I couldn't change the narrative.
But too, because you're much more mature now
Right,
than you
exactly.
was when you was 16 and had
Exactly.
your kid.
Exactly.
So a lot of that plays in the play,
You hit something on the head when you said, you sounded just like me when you said, it's all about the choice you make when you lay down with somebody.
Right.
Choices, chances, and changes is what I really believe in. And I'm with you 110%. When you make the choice to lay down with that dude, or when you make the choice to lay down with that lady and go raw dog, you know what you know consequences. It is what it is. And
Well, I mean, I hate for this to be a therapy session for me.
Okay.
But that wasn't the case.
Okay.
There was protection.
Oh wow.
It was just both of our first time, and neither of us knew what we were doing.
Oh, it was your first.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
That's
I mean,
so sweet.
and there was protection, but it didn't work because I wasn't ready, and neither was he. So he didn't know what to do with the condom, and I didn't. Listen, I am a married family woman right now. I'm just saying that it's just, and you get.
Let's see what you. I'm listening.
No, go ahead. And then there's always, really a misperception. I think not always, but sometimes there's a misperception. Like if when I was that age, I was all I did was play tennis. I wasn't this
You was
wild.
a tennis star?
Yeah, I wasn't this wild kid, wild girl, or whatever. But it was lack of knowledge that landed me where I was, and that's just the honest truth. It was the lack of the knowledge of sex.
So your first time you got knocked out.
Knowledge of sex.
Your first time.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I think that's sweet.
Yes. It wasn't a sweet thing, but but what I'm saying is those were the results, and that's not. Years later, I would have been wiser. I would have made different choices. So, what do? You have to do what you can with what you have. And back then, it was a 16-year-old mind having to make these choices. It ain't like we stayed together. You know what I'm saying? When my son was, it was we were friends that that had a child, that are still friends, that now we have a 36-year-old son. So you see what I'm saying? I mean, and he made horrible choices too, but he became a better man as he got older.
Yeah.
He made better choices.
You're over to it.
Right.
Well, we
Exactly.
should.
We should.
We
That's
should.
the key. We should.
There's some that's stuck,
Right.
but we should be mature.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, we like to always promise you guys a 30-minute show. We went over a little bit, but when we're having great conversation, when we have great guests, when we're having a little bit of chocolate chat, we went over just a little bit. We hope you guys are not offended by that. We hope you found something today to be interesting, something for you to think about, maybe something that may cause you to do a little shifting in your life, if that's what you want to do. But we try to get a perspective not just from a woman's point of view. That's why we invited the fellas to come in and tell us what they think, because real talk, there's a lot of y'all that do things because you think it's gonna attract that man, or it's what the man want to see, and you hear it from men of a certain age or a certain maturity level that ain't it, bruh. So hopefully you can search within yourself and do things that make you happy, And just work on yourself, period. You can't enter into a relationship with someone and you're broken and you're no good for yourself. So just something for you to think about. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. But we hope you'll share this video, and more importantly, we hope you'll come back here in 2 weeks and join us again for the culture. We appreciate you guys. Again, I am Wop Wop Wop. I'm Henny on the rocks. Hey,
Henny on the rock.
See, he got happy because I said alcohol. That's all that is. He ready to go get that drink on. Yeah, water for now. But thank you guys so much for joining us. And as always, we like to dance up out of here because music and movement is good for the soul. So, come on, what? You ain't, come on, no? Come on.
2 left feet.
No, you don't. Hey, come on. Hey, hey. Come on. We dancing. Hey. Hey.
Two-step on.
Go Lotto. Get it. Hey. Kill him with the shoulders. Get it. Look at he in the back doing his thing. Get it. Hey. Tell a friend. We are for the culture. Yeah. For the culture. Yeah. That's Queen Cuts. That's the CSO. And I'm your girl, Henny on the rocks, don't you know?